Hello, Open Spokes. It's Friday, and this is Brendan again. And for the first time in a long time, I'm recording on a Friday. So here we go. And I hope to post today too. But we're talking today about how we'd like to teach. And it's kind of, um, I'm similar to Ben in that I have young children, and a lot of the other folks in Open Spokes. And we really, uh, children have really changed my teaching. And I teach now really how I want my children to learn, and that's been a while coming. But start looking at my kids, and you can see the kind of stuff that I want for them. I I don't want to test up. I I don't I don't even want to make sure they get specific content. I just want to make sure they love learning and they get a good solid foundation. Uh, this page right here, this is most of these are my son's uh, YouTube videos that he's been making. Um, I got a new phone, so I gave him my old iPhone 3G, and he's been using it to make movies like crazy, mostly about his mind. Because you know, Minecraft is a really cool game, but it kind of started as a thing where you know, it was a game with no instructions, but it's a complicated game. People had to figure out how to play it, and as they figured stuff out, uh, they would record themselves and put it on YouTube and teach other people. And so there's this whole culture with Minecraft of kids who create videos. I think they call them walkthroughs with games these days. They create these walkthroughs teaching other kids how to play and just showing them the fun they're having. And it grows from there. And it's a great community and it's a great way to learn and to teach. And my son's been playing for less than a year and he's been desperately trying to make videos for months now because the computer I have for him is not powerful enough to play Minecraft and record a video at the same time. So now he's got the iPhone. He's super happy. So I brought that concept into school, and we had a makers party, which was in conjunction with Mozilla and a few other things last week. And I got like 50 kids together after during the summer here, and their parents came by, and I showed them Scratch, and I just barely told them anything about it. I said, "All right, go have some fun. We have like 4 hours to make some." Parents and kids loved it, and well, some of them loved it, some of them hated it. There was a few kids who called their parents, after an hour, and were like, "Get me out of here. This sucks." But there were some that were hanging out for the entire 4 hours, and their parents came, and they're like, "No, we don't really want to go," um, and some with their parents there hanging. So we had a lot of fun, and these are some of the games these kids made, and um, if you want to go see them on your own, it's Studio 23165 Scratch MIT.edu. So go ahead and look at them, play around with them. But this is the learning, this is the engagement kids have. We've always been saying that that children love to learn. Um, so we don't need to force them. We don't need to encourage them to learn. We just need to bring out the passions. So that's what I've been trying to do. So, for the last couple of years, I've always thought, what is my dream school? What would it look like? And here it is, and it's an open Google document, so you can view it anytime. But I don't see why schools can't be open 12, 15 hours a day. Yeah, I know nobody wants to work that long, but businesses don't have one general manager. General manager doesn't have to be a business every minute that it's open. So why does the principal have to be at the building every moment that it's open? They can have assistant principals or whatnot to be there. They can run shifts and that sort of thing. And teachers don't have to work 6 hours in front of the students. They should have an 8 hour day, but really limit the time that they're in front of students. Give teachers, teachers are 10 times better when they're given the time to plan and collaborate and then get them in front of the students then. And 4 hours of teaching then is like 10 hours of teaching today. And, you know, I know we grew up in an agrarian society, but there's no reason for it. Kids work better in short spurts and chunking. They learn better in chunking. We chunk our lessons. Why not chunk our school year? Come in for a month or two, take a little break. Come in for a month or two, take a little break. It'd be so much easier. It would be so much easier to do things like um, create grades that are not based on ages. You know, but right now you've got this defined school year. But if you chunked up the school year more and made problem-based lessons that are based on a standard or a competency or a couple of those things that you want to get through, then once a student learns that, they can move on to the next one. And it's not, a 6 month wait for the school year to end. It's, a week or two at the most, and then you get into something else. Scheduling becomes a huge nightmare because you have to figure out where the kids are and what they've accomplished and what they know, and that makes them eligible for these other lessons that they can take. But, you know, uh, that's a lot better problem to have than what we have right now. And I think I, I'm not one to prescribe a teaching style, so I'd like it to be open, but I'd like the teachers to be um, open about it too. So if I prefer to lecture, and maybe you're really good lecturing teacher, but if that's the way I like to teach, then let's let the kids know, hey, this class will be primarily lecture based. This class will be primarily experiential based. And this class will be, a mixture of this and that. Let it be up front so we know what we're getting into when we get in. Uh, and that leads to the next idea that students should know how they learn. And changing our whole grading practice. If we change the schedule of the school so it runs in a unit based structure, then why not just grade on those? Hey, they mastered the unit, they mastered the standards we wanted them to, the competencies we wanted them to in the classroom, in this 2 week, 4 week, 8 week class. Then check that off. Hey, these are the standards they know. They know how to, they can multiply confidently uh, one digit. They can confidently multiply 2 digit by 3 digit numbers. They can divide confidently. They're confident in these things as opposed they've mastered these things because there's always, especially like in math, there's scaffolding, it's building, building, building. So um, they're confident in finding author's purpose or writing for their age level. So these, they're not big details on these things, but you know let's start thinking of organizing things this way. And what if the students could choose their hours? But they can't just skip school. They have to be. I have to be at school 6 hours a day, or 8 hours a day, or however many hours, or not necessarily at school, but working on school-related projects where there is an accountability for the students. Um, and again, and our schools are centers of the community for most people. So, I mean, that's kind of the theory I've gone through. Why not say, if it's going to be the center of the community, it's going to meet the needs of the community. Be open when the community's there. In the evenings, parents can come to the school and learn things like English and computers or basic finance. So, take some community college courses, and at the same time they have some their kids could be doing something extracurricular also, so that they're not leaving them alone at home. you know and why limit those to the evening hours? Why not have some ESL classes for adults during the day while their kids are at school? Then the parents could also be at school. You know, if the students are going to have that choice of when they can come and learn, why can't the adults have choices? Um, so, that's kind of my dream school. That's what I want. That's what I would like for my kids to have. So, um, got nothing else for you, but keep thinking about the future and you know, imagine something different.